We're going to talk about this Nitro Camden situation tonight, and we're going to talk about it in the context of generational wealth killers. This individual cannot communicate with her children because at the beginning of the video, she's beefing with this boy's brother. All right. And you say, well, it's her house, this, that, and other. Anybody who's defending this woman's actions, you're part of the problem. You are. And no, this is coming from a Gen Xer. You know, this woman is not a Gen Xer. This is something else going on here. You know, if your son is 18, she's got all the thought signature, nose ring, tattoos, keep throwing that fake hair around out of her face, you know what I mean? And I'm going in on her because her actions and how she handled this situation is just a snapshot of what's going on in a lot of African American families or single mothers with 18-year-old male children. You want to wonder why some of these boys come out of these houses not prepared or not knowing how to treat your daughter? Take a look at this mother. And I want you to tell me, what are you seeing here that is got a common theme with 70% of the households in African American communities? Now, we ain't calling this foundational black communities because there ain't nothing foundational about her actions. So watch your mouth. We're going to be talking about this in the context of what it is when it comes to creating or perpetuating generational poverty by trying to kick your kids out who you did not prepare for this world at 18 because you tired. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. This really pissed me off.
Move.
Go ahead, defend this assault. Go ahead. I'll wait. Oh, we don't have the context. We don't know what's going on. Yes, we do. She assaulted her son in front of 15,000 people. Let's continue.
Look at your stuff. You gotta go. Go. Go get your clothes and stuff. Go. Go. Go.
I would hate to have to call the police on you. Yo, this is the ops. She assaulted him and she's threatening to call the police on him. Let's continue.
No, we're done. I'm not playing this game.
Okay, you're watching this and you don't know what she's doing. She went from I'm gonna call the police to growling and grabbing him by the face and biting his face. But you're gonna defend this, right? And I'm gonna keep stressing to myself that this is somebody's mother. This is his mother. So I'm not gonna go all the way there with it because there's something more that I want to focus on other than this assault battery that she's perpetrated in front of 15,000 people on her own child. I want to talk about the disconnect. She obviously doesn't realize what it is that he's doing. I'm going to end this snippet right here because it doesn't get much better, and I just can't stomach it. Absolutely disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting. And now that we're through the rough part of this, let's talk about how this is affecting generational wealth. It is our responsibility as parents to set the example. All I saw here was a tantrum. That's all. She's a miserable person. And what makes her miserable is the fact that she had no idea of how much money is being made off of what this happened. And one day, this man got over 20 grand and it was climbing. In 2 days, he's gotten offers, he's gotten deals because she didn't understand how this new generation works. And it was our generation that laid the foundation so that these individuals, these boys, these young men and women have the opportunities they have. But she can't understand that. This channel exists to try to educate us older folk. And even though I have a background in IT, I've got 20,000 subscribers. I don't know how to monetize like these kids do. They are teaching us a thing or two. And the fact that she doesn't even have an idea, a clue as to what's going on here, that her first reaction is to bite faces. What she was pulling up, that white deal, was a Stream Deck. Okay? That's about $150 worth of tool right here. Let me show you what that is. This is a Stream Deck Mini. She was pulling that up. Okay? He has equipment. That chair, those are about $100 as well. Maybe a little bit more. And she's flexing. It's all mine. Get out of my room. It's my house. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't see anything blatantly disrespectful or wild that's going on here that would justify any of this. But the generational wealth killer is that right there. She's not building an insurance policy for this child. She's telling him to get out at 18. You got to be out by 6. I'm calling the police. He's getting an education whether he know it or not. And the blessings that this young man got the very next day that was also caught on stream, they didn't stop. They're not stopping. And she's going to have the day that she deserves. They were already doxing this girl. They are already doxing her. They pulled her picture up. Yeah, it's cooked. And I cannot wait until she gets on another stream and tries to explain herself. And I want her to try to shift the blame and accountability away from herself. I want her to try to say that the reason she bit his face, assaulted him, berated him, emasculated him, is because he didn't take out the trash. I want her to say that. I want her to say that. And I know a lot of people want to try to shift blame, just like that case out in Cali where that woman has killed her kids. And people are finding a way to try to justify it. This is the lack of accountability I'm talking about. You're sick. You are a sick, sick individual. I honestly don't know what else to say other than I gotta go. This was a trigger. If you offended, my channel's too clean for me to stick my middle finger up. Real talk. And I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna try to keep it classy even though I am raging. Come for me in the comments about defending this chick. I'm gonna talk about your mama. Talk to you later.